Now students, we will discuss about respiratory system in humans. Humans breathe in air through the nostrils, means the nose. Nostrils means through the nose. The air passes through the trachea to lungs. Breathing involves inhalation and exhalation. I already told you that inhalation means taking in the oxygen rich air and exhalation means giving out the carbon dioxide rich air. So now we will discuss about the passage of air, how air passes from nose up to the air sacs in the lungs. So first of all, we breathe in air through the nostrils or the nose. Then from nose it goes to the nasal cavity, means the cavity in the nose. Then pharynx, from pharynx it reaches to the trachea, which is also known as the windpipe. Then from windpipe the air goes to the bronchi, and from bronchi it goes inside the air sacs where exchange of gases take place. So here is the diagram. We will discuss the diagram. You have already studied in the previous class. So this is the nasal cavity. These are the nostrils. Then these are the nasal cavity. Then air passes from the nasal cavity to the pharynx, means where the mouth and pharynx join together. Then this is known as the trachea or the windpipe. It goes along with the food pipe. Means there are two types of canal. One is trachea and another one is the food pipe. So that when we are talking and eating, sometimes food reaches to the trachea instead of the esophagus or the food pipe. So we should not talk during eating, because if we talk and eat, it will choke our sometime windpipe or the trachea. From trachea the air goes to the bronchi. These are the bronchi, branch-like structures, and at the end of the bronchi we have the air sacs. These are the sacs-like structure which contain the air. They are like balloons only, and this is the diaphragm. You can touch it. These are the structure which is surrounded the lungs. So here now structure of the air sac. So air sacs have the sacs like structure which have the airs, and when we go through the enlarged air sacs we can see the blood in, means the oxygenated blood. Then the blood out means the deoxygenated air. Blood in means this blood contains the blue color, shows the deoxygenated blood, means which is rich in carbon dioxide, and red blood shows the oxygenated blood, means which is rich in the oxygen. And these are the network of capillaries. Capillaries, I already told you, capillaries are bridge between arteries and the veins. So here exchange of gases take place, air in and out from these air sacs. Now parts of the respiratory system. First of all, the nasal cavity. It is present just above the mouth here, and it open outside the nostrils, means outside the nose. And what is the function or importance? Air come into the nasal cavity through the nostrils, and they have the hairs and cilia to filter air and trap dust particles, so that we should not breathe through the mouth but through the nose only. Why we should breathe through the nose? Because in nose we have small hair like structure. You can touch it or you can see in the mirror also. These hair trap the different types of dust particles or the small germ particle also. And if something strike inside our mouth, we sneeze soon after that. And you have might seen that mucus or fluid substances inside the nose, so that fluid substance usually trap the dust particles and the small pollen grain, etc. Second one is the pharynx. It is behind the nasal cavity and it leads to the windpipe or the trachea. From nasal cavity air passes through the pharynx. From nose the air passes through the trachea. Then third one is the trachea or the windpipe. It runs down the neck in front of the food pipe till lungs and supported by the cartilaginous rings. You can see in the diagrams it has the rings which give support to it. It connects pharynx to the lungs and form a passage to air to lungs. This is become a bridge between the pharynx and the lungs. Fourth one is the bronchi. Trachea divided into two tubes. You can see here trachea divided into two tubes, left and right one, known as the bronchi. and each bronchi enter into the lungs to form a network of fine tubes ending in the air sacs. Means every ending of the bronchi has the air sacs. Air enters the lungs through bronchi and reaches up to the air sacs, which are also known as the alveoli. Fifth one is the lungs. So there are two lungs. These are the spongy elastic bags, and generally they are pinkish brown in color, and they are inside the chest cavity. This is the chest cavity, and it is surrounded by a rib cage. When you touch your ribs, you can feel it is inside the rib cage, because rib cage give it protection against the accidents or any shock. Lung contain about 300 million air sacs. So lung enlarge when they get air and reduce in size when air goes. You have seen like balloon, it works like balloon. For example, when you fill the balloon, it swell up, and when we take out the air from the balloon, it shrink. Like that, lungs are also that when we take air, then it swell up or filled with the air, and when it gives out the air, it squeeze. So you can see they are richly supplied with blood vessels. They have lot of blood vessels around the air sacs or the alveoli. And sixth part is the diaphragm. It is large muscular sheet that forms the floor of the chest cavity. Means it gives the floor for the chest cavity. It relaxes during exhalation and like inward curved sheet. When you exhale, it expands, or inward curved shape that we will discuss later on. It moves down and flatten during the inhalation. Means when inhale, it flattens. When we exhale, means giving out the air, it shrinks or it become an inward curved sheet.